Good evening and welcome. So glad that you've chosen to be here tonight and Vision Night 2025 as we talk about the projects for this year and for the first time ever, a project slightly beyond this year. I hope you'll listen. I hope you'll pay attention. I hope you'll ask questions. We love to be able to answer those and help you to be excited about that which we feel like the Lord would have us to do in the next year. And then I hope you'll pray and I hope you'll determine to be a part in giving so that we can move forward in 2025. A thankful heart is a giving heart.
For our first project, we'd like to raise $4.8 million for a modest beach house in Florida for the pastor, as well as a new visitation vehicle. Imagine how wonderful and awesome people will think our God is when they see our pastor driving in a car like this and living in a house. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong video. Our first project will actually be completing last year's project, and that is of the permeable pavers in between the basketball court and the current parking pad. We had planned to do this last year, but several things stood in our way. One, the price greatly increased and thus strained the budget. Two, at the time we were going to do it, we found out that our church insurance was being canceled. We were also told there was a good chance it was going to quadruple in price. I wasn't sure if we actually had the money to move forward. Now that those situations have been resolved, we are able to attack this, and we would like to get it done by April of this year. Our hope is by putting a timeline on it, as well as raising more money for it, we'll be able to get the project completed
The pavers
on time.
will go from this cone to the north to that, to the west to there, and everything in between, allowing us to have this entire section up here completely paved. In our nursery, we plan on a project of changing things up just a little bit. We currently have two rooms. This room for the toddler and above, and then this room here for the infants. What we intend on doing is taking this wall down to a half wall. And the logic of that would be that the workers in here could also see in there what's going on, and yet the half wall would keep the older kids away from the infants. Thus, everybody stays safe and also increases accountability and what is seen and going on in our nurseries. We can't be too careful when we're caring for the people that God's given us.
Our next project would be to add lights to the parking lot. Due to the advancement in technology and things getting cheaper, we are able to add 4 lights to the north side of our parking lot, as well as a light down by the buses.
The placement of the 3 light poles would be where the orange cones are, which would allow for lighting for the entire parking lot towards the church, with the lights then from the church meeting the midpoint here, so the entire parking lot would be illuminated. The final light pole would be in the middle of the basketball court, illuminating both the court and the space between the basketball court and the building.
Our next project is to simply replace our old style drinking fountain with a new one that will allow us to also fill up water bottles. The cost for this project is approximately $1,500. Our next project is to improve our camera and live stream capabilities. The Lord has blessed, and we have made significant progress over the last few years with our live stream and broadcasting capabilities. We would like to improve upon this by adding a second camera that will have a control panel where we could zoom in and out. Our next project is the replacement of our church pews. I love our pews. I love the traditional nature of them. I love the look of them. I love everything about them. However, our current pews are almost 60 years old. They have served their purpose well. They have done excellent. And I am thankful that we paid to have them refurbished and redone a few years ago. However, they are falling apart. They have even fallen a couple of times with people in them. Though we have tried to repair them and keep them up, it is increasingly obvious this will not hold up over time. To replace our pews would cost somewhere between $65,000 and $80,000. This is too large of a number to realistically pursue. So what we would like to do is replace them with chairs. Chairs can be replaced for approximately $20,000 and is more flexible and can actually seat more people. We can reconfigure the auditorium, get more people in, have safe pews, as well as a proper aesthetic for approximately $20,000 with chairs versus the $65,000 to $80,000 with pews.
So there you have it, the projects for 2025 and slightly beyond. We have projects from the outside to the inside. We have projects benefiting the nursery all the way up through our most senior saints. I hope you're excited about it. I hope you'll consider giving to it and that you'll let the Lord lead you in generosity to contribute versus being a consumer, being thankful and expressing that gratitude, and letting God use you in 2025 and beyond. So how can you contribute? How can you participate? Well, the first way is very simple. On February the 9th, on I Love My Church Sunday, we will have the opportunity in the offering that day to contribute to the 2025 Vision projects. Certain amount of cash on hand would be very helpful so that we might be able to move forward immediately with some of the projects. The second way you can contribute, many folks understand that I may not have a bulk sum right now, but I can give $10 a week, I can give $100 a month, whatever it is. And so you can fill out a card and give what you plan on committing either weekly or monthly for the next year or until the projects are fully funded. In addition to that, the third way is sometimes people know they're getting an income tax return or they're getting a chunk of money a little bit down the road. And so they would say, I plan on giving X amount, $500 by May the 1st or $1,000 at the end of the summer or whatever it is when I get my bonus. And those would be the three ways that you can give. You can give in the offering, you can give online at Tithely. We have a section marked Vision Fund 2025 so that you can contribute there, making it easy as is possible for folks to contribute to the visions of Calvary Baptist Temple in 2025.